Warning, this video may contain graphic content, such as sexual scenes, violence, gore, boobies, and the rest of the fun stuff. Please be over 18 to view this, and don't say we didn't warn you, little sinners.
Endlessly searching for an original sin.
Hey guys, welcome back to Lucy's Got Problems. So yeah, this is actually my second take of this one because I had to restart the game because I crashed it. Apparently it's gotten what I can guess is an update that didn't go well with the patch I have from their Patreon, which I want to thank the devs for that, which we will be having them on eventually for an interview, so guys, let me know if you guys are excited about that. Also, please, there's a GoFundMe in the description. Please go check that out. $5 is all we're asking, and it helps a lot. Just like with the Patreon, $5, and you get lots of good stuff. The GoFundMe will help me, well, be calmer and record more episodes. So let's see. Search near the water. Search deep in the woods. Forget about the elves. Let's search near the water. Okay. Okay, so I am going to do a fan request. A fan who I'm about to go get the name. So, Odin Dark requested I do Lucy's voice a little higher. So for this video, she's going to get the Lola voice. Let me know what you guys think of that. Oh, okay. Elves won't just find themselves. I need to try to do something. If the guide is to be believed, elves live near water. Where do I find water? I haven't seen any sources of water on my way here. Or maybe I just don't remember. Does it even matter? At that point, I had a good idea where I want to go, but now how to get there. No one taught me this stuff. I could have disguised myself as a respectable dwarf by using a beer keg and a handful of squirrels, but looking for water is completely outside my competence. I think you need a special rod or a magic pendulum to do that. I rummaged through my pockets and even looked around in search of something that would fit. You never know what you might find among the bushes. Once upon a time, while I was still in training, one imp boasted that... Well, you know what? Hold on. Once upon a time, while I was still in training, one imp boasted that he found a magical rod and 5 naked nymphs near a currant bush. Of course, he lied about the nymphs. If there's more than one of them in the same place, they start bitch fighting for the title of the prettiest one. Imagine what 5 of them would do together. On the other hand, if the rod was ribbed and had a vibration enchantment... Ooh, wow. What's that? Sadly, it wasn't a magic rod, but an acorn. There were no oaks in sight, so likely some squirrels dropped it here. I rolled my findings in the hand. It's kind of heavy. An acorn is not the best thing ever, but still an okay piece of loot. Firstly, you can hurl an acorn as fast as you can and hope it can hit someone nasty in the head. Secondly, if you're desperate enough, you can tie an acorn to a thread and use it as a totally non-magical pendulum. Lastly, an acorn can be hiding place for a petty forest spirit. We had a lecture about that. I memorized the part about forest spirits well because those woodcuts in the textbooks depicted them as skinny maidens. Who knows the forest better than a forest spirit? Alright, so I'm going to go back to my normal voice because, geez, that gives me a headache after a while. If you guys do like that voice for Lucy, I will continue the video like that, or the series like that, but I'm going to do a few videos in my normal voice. I obviously needed to negotiate with an acorn. Okay, acorn. I stopped mid-sentence thinking. If there may be a maiden in the acorn, she probably has a name. We were not told anything special about the names, but I was almost sure that there should be at least one name for each maiden. You know what? Fuck it. Can I address the spirit by the name of the thing it haunts? I decided to play it safe. I mean... Acornial? Let's be honest with one another. Enchantment is not my strongest skill. Maybe you'll just help me as a friend without all this magical bullshit? And I'll help you in return. Say, I'll find you the largest comfest pile of mulch, or whatever acorns dream of. In other words, I propose a deal. Purely consensual in exchange for a trivial favor. What do you say? The acorn didn't respond. Either no spirit lived there after all, or the acorn maiden got drunk on honeydew and was asleep inside. Now I remember that pretty petty spirit's laziness got mentioned in legends as often as their beauty. I had to do something about it. I knocked the acorn shell with a fingernail and shuffled my feet. Ground control to acorn maiden. Ground control to acorn maiden. God, I can't remember the rest of the song. I can't stay here all day. Or rather, I've already been here the whole day and it sucks. I just need to ask for directions. It costs you nothing to just show me the way. Get out here, you heartless thought. Begone, thought! No. Wait, I'm not the thought. Yes, you are. Are you the acorn spirit? Yeah. Begone! Fuck, do I plant you or something? The acorn answered me with competitive silence. Whatever. Maybe I should shake it a bit? Shake it. I swung my arms. Swing your arms from side to... Fuck. God, thank you, Vinny, from Vinesauce. That's ruined me. I swung my arm, throwing the acorns upward, ready to catch it. But instead of submitting to the force of gravity, the acorn made a barrel roll and dove into the fluffy undergrowth. Damn it! I knew there was a spirit in it. Come back, you. I rushed to chase the acorn. This enchanted bastard won't escape me. I barely saw the target and moved blindly. I couldn't waste my only chance. Wow! Something popped up under my feet. Something bumpy and hard. A root? There's the only thing I had time to think of before the ground jumped up and squarely hit me in the face. The acorn made a pretzel-shaped loop around my head and flew away for good. This bastard is mocking me. Somehow I rolled to the side and was about to moan when my ears caught the sound of voices. For now I wasn't able to discern words, but I immediately understood that there were two persons speaking. The voices were quickly approaching. I silently rolled back to my belly and laid low. Wild and thick ferns in front of me were the perfect concealment. Shh, quiet. Beautiful indeed. And I thought we might... God. Shut up. Have you heard anything? Over there. What? Why are you talking? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. I definitely heard something. Oh? Really? Strange. I didn't hear any. Of course you didn't. You can't keep your mouth shut. You need to be more serious, Ellie. We are the guardians of this forest, and you must act like one. Show that you deserve the title. Fine. Aye, Faye. But I really didn't hear anything. Maybe it's the birds? Wait. Now I also don't hear anything. Might really be the birds. Stay right here. I need to change clothes. Well, Faye, wait. What now? You heard something from this direction? And... what if there really is something or someone? I can fend for myself. Besides, you'll stay on guard. Hope you were instructed how to handle the spirit spear. Oh, of course. She kind of seems like she should have the more. I'm very skilled with it. Very skilled, are you? I'll be sure to test it. For now, just stay put. I'll be right behind these bushes.
Alright.
Ellie,
Yes?
could you look the other way? I feel awkward when you stare at me like this.
Oh. Alright.
I carefully peeped out of my shelter. In front of me, there was a real elf girl. Besides, that elf girl was undressing. A plan was quickly hatching in my head. I stretched my neck and quickly looked around again. A serious-looking elf, apparently named Thay, was focused on pulling her clothes off, or rather what was left of them. Now I've noticed that Thay's outfit was ridden with holes. Oh boy, this forest must be very corrosive atmosphere. Thay's partner was nowhere to be seen. Must have been so embarrassed she decided to keep away. Poor lass. During my little observation, I realized one thing. Ellie was pointy ears, deep in love with Thay. She would be better off falling in love with a beehive. I could read Thay from first sight. Loves bossing around, is a stiff downer, and has no clue about feelings. In a sense, they reminded me of Decanus. Main difference being that my Decanus wasn't standing pants down just a couple of yards away from me. The only item left on the elf girl were cute pink polka dot panties, so I was sure she had no concealed weapons. I was swift as a cobra, silent like a mouse, and daring like a demoness about to commit mischief. Sneaking up behind my prey, I muffled her mouth. After a short bout of struggle, I mounted the elf, who was still desperately wriggling. She even tried to bite the hand I was gagging her mouth with.
Thay? What was that just now? Is everything okay?
Ah, crap. Maybe elves can tread without making a sound, but they fall very loudly.
Yes. I'm fine. I slipped on a toadstool.
Alright, but your voice, it sounds somewhat weird. Are you sure you're okay?
Nonsense. I must have caught a cold. Anyway, don't even think of coming here. I'm not dressed at all.
Never mind. I wasn't even going to. Ellie sounded like she was embarrassed again. But it would have been stupid to reply on it too much. I had to dispose of the evidence that was still trying to bite me. But first I had to properly restrain her. Without further ado, I freed one hand and pulled the panties off the angry elf girl. Using this diversion, she freed her face from my grip. She even managed to open her mouth, but I swiftly shoved an improved lace gag into it. Oh, 1-0 I win.
1-0 I win.
As the saying goes, that if you don't have a rope, you are not ready for adventures. I was always ready for adventures, especially ones involving bondage. My trusty 50-foot rope was waiting for its hour stashed in a dimensional pocket. Pretty soon the elf girl was tightly bound and ready to be packed. Fortunately, I found a fitting fallen tree with a large hole in the trunk in the bush nearby. The tree was not too rotten, not too damp. In other words, an ideal place to store the elf chick in.
Ready?
I always get prizes in nut tying contests, so don't even try to escape. Now, I do want to announce this does have a streamer mode, which I could have used, but fuck you, I don't feel like doing 2 different fucking recordings of this game. You'll only get tired in the end.
Or you may try. I pulled the lower end of the ropes through all your private parts. It's not too tight, but it still rubs. At least you'll have a good time. I can understand what you're saying. Don't be so outraged. I found you a wonderful dry hollow and even took care of your recreation. Isn't it true happiness? You can relax and think of something pleasant.
I swallowed too much air for that one.
What? Sorry, I don't understand you. Either it's the language barrier or the panties in your mouth. I should say the panties barrier. Cute pattern, by the way. I didn't expect to see anything of the sort on a stoic warrior like you. You're truly full of surprises. I'd love to chat, but your partner will get worried. I hope there's no ants in the log. Gotta go. Bye-bye.
I covered my stash with branches and started thinking. I had to impersonate an elf guard. Normally my skills in disguise would be enough, but a love-struck partner was spoiling everything. Surely Ellie must know every tiny mole on Thay's body. Well, there's one thing I could do about it. Snick, full coverage makeup. Sailor Moon montage. Yes! Sailor fucking Moon montage! Yes, yes, yes! It worked! This suit shouldn't have let me down, but it could. Camouflage is one thing, but copying someone's appearance is on another techno-magical level entirely. The scholar mages of the Legion were still debugging this feature. I was hoping the effect would last. Thay? It took some time to realize that Ellie was addressing me. Well, yeah, it's time to get into the role. Huh? What? You're kind of naked. Oh, right. Well, I warned you. But Ellie didn't hear me anymore. She fainted. Ah, crap.
One elf is too aggressive and the other one is too unconscious. Nice setup. I still don't understand what you're saying, but I already feel offended, you know.
You cannot hide an elf in a log. Since they was making a ruckus again, I decided to drag Ellie away. But first I had to dress up so that the sensitive guardian won't pass out again. Thank God. Soon I came to a brook. It was very timely because dragging Ellie in my new petite form was not comfortable at all. I put the elf guard on the grass and sprinkled cold water on her face. No effect. She didn't even move an ear.
What was the first aid procedure for overexcitement? Maybe assisted ventilation? Nah, I think that was in case of drowning. Poor thing can get even more excited. Oh, delicious fit in the palm entirely. Looks like she's waking up. Hey,
Do you hear me? Are you okay?
Rhea? What? What's going on? Where? I didn't on Ancient Ancestors.
Judging by Ellie's face, she remembered everything and was close to passing out again, or worse. I had to do something about it. You fainted while I was changing clothes. So when I found you unconscious, I brought you to the creek to cool down a little.
You're not,
What's wrong? Do you have a bad dream? You look stressed. Should I give you a massage?
No, I'm fine.
Suddenly, Ellie jumped to her feet. I barely managed to move out of her way so we won't bash our heads together.
I'm good. I'm in good order. I can fight. You said you wanted to test my combat prowess. I'm ready. Right now. What?
Well, yeah. I don't think that's such a good idea, especially after you fainted.
No, I'm fine. Please believe me. I'm worthy to be a guardian. I know I can make you believe me, only if I show you my skill. That's why I'm asking you, please give me a chance. I'm not. Please?
That was definitely not what I expected. I was going to get some answers and quickly bail, but now I had no choice. Ellie looked very anxious. Whatever I would say, she wouldn't listen. Seemingly impressing her partner was too important to her. I was hoping for a calm talk, but to get it, I had to endure a duel. Well, if we can't avoid it, all right, I'll give you a chance.
Thank you. Wait a minute, I will summon my spear.
The only thing I knew about spears was that they are sharp and too heavy to swing. And of course, I didn't know how to summon one. A shimmer of magical distortion ran up my body. Apparently the suit started glitching because I got nervous. Would be terrific if I changed form right in front of an armored elf girl. Don't panic. I solemnly nodded to Ellie, only hoping that my confused fusion looked like deep thought.
And what will you summon? A sword? A bow? A spear? Oh, I probably shouldn't be asking such things. Sorry.
It's a secret for now. Good battles should have surprises.
You mean... Are you going to summon a weapon during combat? I didn't even realize it was possible. I'm not sure I stand a chance against that level of mastery, but I will do my best.
Whoops, what was that? A transparent gleam on Ellie's chest blinked, a flare of bright light, and the next moment I saw a spear emerging in the elf girl's hands. Alright guys, you want to know more? You'll have to see next episode, or be a patron and see it before anybody else. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time where hopefully I won't break the game. Bye guys.